So we just went food shopping. We have 2 kids, so we're a family of 4. I food shop at Wegmans. Granted, like this time I bought diapers, like dishwasher packs, laundry shit, just shit like that I don't usually get every time. Groceries were $450. That's for 1 week. And again, I know I got a lot of stuff that I don't usually get, so like I'm not gonna get it next time, but that's a lot of money. And I'm just thinking about people that are on food stamps, which I was on a long time ago. I understand the struggle, but I was never on them with a family. If something happened and we had to get on food stamps, I mean, what would I even buy? I'm sure they don't give you $500 a week. We'd be eating Hamburger Helper every night. I'd have to slaughter our chickens.
$400. That's how much one woman said she spends every single week just to cover the essentials: groceries, toiletries, cleaning supplies, the bare minimum to keep her household running. Now, maybe you're thinking, that sounds high. But when you do the math, it's not some crazy luxury lifestyle. That's $1,600 a month, nearly $19,000 a year, just to survive. No fancy vacations, no designer clothes, no eating out every night, just surviving. And yet, people still jump in the comments and say things like, oh, well, maybe you shouldn't have so many kids. Or, you need to learn how to budget better. Really? That's your answer? Because let's be honest, this isn't about budgeting anymore. It's about the brutal reality that everything, and I mean everything, has gotten too expensive for the average American family.
So I want to continue this conversation about how 99, not even 95, 99% of us living in the New York, New Jersey metropolitan area are suffering. And I want to continue this conversation in hopes that I will not only get more answers as to why other people think this is happening, but I will find all the other New Jerseyans and New Yorkers that are suffering in this with me. I feel like the American dream that they sold you is dead. At this point, I feel like it's a big fat lie. Because technically I did everything I was supposed to do. And my husband, he really did what he was supposed to do. This man suffers from Crohn's disease. And through the worst flare-up of his entire life, where he weighed the same weight as me, he went to school full-time and worked a job full-time. So he literally would work overnight shifts, get off at 7 in the morning, and then go to school at like 12 in the afternoon. And we're not just talking just like regular business school or whatever. We're talking engineering. He chose engineering because it's a great lucrative career, right? Well, he bust his aspirin, went to school, literally got the sickest he's ever been in his life, literally failed the class because he was so sick. We had a baby, went through COVID. I mean, such hard times in our lives. He pushed forward and graduated. And guess what? He makes no more money than he was making before. Can't even find a job that would pay him $150K. And $150K might sound like a lot to some, but that is literally nothing for here. You need at least $200K in the household to survive. And I want to focus on my fashion business. So not only can we not afford a home, we can barely afford rent. Something's gotta give.
Let's put this into perspective. Groceries that used to cost $80 now push $150 for the same cart. Gas that once took $40 to fill your tank now needs $70. Rent for a basic 2-bedroom apartment. It's jumped by 40% in some areas in just the last few years. And the crazy part? Wages haven't caught up. Most people are making the most money they've ever made in their lives. And somehow, they're still broke. How does that even make sense? People aren't trying to live lavishly. They're just trying to keep the lights on, keep food in the fridge, and keep their heads above water. But the math doesn't math anymore. So when someone says it costs $200,000 a year just to live comfortably in some states, it's not exaggeration. It's a sign that the system is broken.
Having the privilege to live without government assistance doesn't make you a better person. And having the privilege to live without government assistance and then judging those who need it, that makes you a terrible person. You are closer to needing SNAP benefits than you are to being a billionaire. And seeing how many people are in an uproar over the fact that their tax dollars are allocated towards feeding those who need it, just say you're evil. Just say that you hate people who have less than you. You're constantly talking about how your tax dollars are being allocated into benefits. It's $36 annually for the average American. $36 annually. And I would be okay with that doubling and tripling if it meant that my tax dollars were no longer being allocated towards a genocide in Gaza. We always want to question where our tax dollars are going. Question it. But when it's going towards something that benefits somebody and makes their lives better, take my money.
And here's the part nobody wants to say out loud. There are people working 3 jobs and still struggling. Not lazy people, not irresponsible people. We're talking about folks putting in 40, 50, sometimes 60 hours a week and still asking themselves whether they'll have enough to buy groceries this weekend. You shouldn't have to work yourself into exhaustion just to afford to eat. You shouldn't have to decide between paying rent or buying diapers. But that's where millions of Americans are right now. The cost of living crisis isn't just financial. It's emotional. It's the anxiety of watching your paycheck vanish within days. It's the humiliation of checking your account and realizing you can't even afford to take your kids out for a simple meal. It's people waking up every day wondering, what am I doing wrong? When in reality, they're doing everything right. The system just stopped working for them.
So I know everybody is feeling this, but how are we doing this? I am in my 30s. I have my master's in business administration. My husband is an engineer. We should be making great money and be golden when it comes to money, right? That's what I was raised thinking. And instead, just like everybody else, we are living paycheck to paycheck. Like, it is so hard. We have a house. We were lucky enough to get a house. I know a lot of people can't do that and haven't had that opportunity. But our house mortgage has gone up $400 or $500 since when we first bought it. Property taxes, they just keep going up and up. So with that, our mortgage just keeps climbing too. We have 2 kids. With kids comes diaper prices, comes formula, comes everything else that comes with it, including daycare. Daycare. We were able to find a daycare that's actually pretty inexpensive compared to a lot of other daycares. And even with that, it is still costing more than our mortgage does every month. I'm just so tired. And I know everybody is in the same boat too. Prices are going up for literally everything. Everything. But when it comes to pay, our paychecks will go up, a couple percent, but nothing compared to inflation on everything. I just don't understand how we keep doing it, and where's the breaking point?
You know what's wild? Owning a home used to be the American dream. Now, the dream has shrunk to something way smaller. Most people don't even talk about owning homes anymore. They just want stability, to be able to pay rent, fill their gas tank, and buy groceries without feeling like it's a luxury. That's the new American dream, to not be drowning. And you know what's even more heartbreaking? A lot of people don't see a way out. They've accepted struggle as normal. They've accepted that every year things will get harder, while those at the top keep telling us the economy is doing great. Let's talk about who's winning in this mess.
Here's the real question. If millions of families are going into debt just to eat, what does that say about the true health of the U.S. economy? A new survey shows that about a quarter of Americans are using buy now, pay later apps like Klarna, Affirm, and Afterpay just to buy groceries. We are not talking about sneakers and vacations. We're talking about milk, eggs, and pasta on a payment plan. And that number is climbing fast, which means more and more people literally can't afford food up front anymore. Let's be honest, Wall Street might look fine, but Main Street is starving. Call me crazy, but I would love to live in a society where moms don't have to worry about feeding their children, where dads don't have to work 10 jobs to make sure that Eggos can go in the toaster in the morning. That would be my ideal society, but I know I'm a little crazy.
Because if regular people are suffering, someone's profiting. Corporations keep reporting record-breaking profits. Housing developers, grocery chains, oil companies, they're all doing just fine. Meanwhile, families are cutting back on meals, skipping medications, and praying their cars make it through another month because they can't afford repairs. We're constantly told to work harder, get more skills, or pick up another job. But the truth is, it's not about how hard you work anymore. It's about a system that rewards the top while everyone else fights over crumbs. The people making decisions about this economy aren't the ones living paycheck to paycheck. They're not the ones checking the price of milk or calculating how many miles they can drive before payday. So when leaders go on TV and talk about how strong the economy is, it just feels insulting. Because if this is strong, I'd hate to see what weak looks like.
I feel like crying, y'all. I just put 3 bags in my car, right? Just left my neighborhood Smith's. Look how much I spent, y'all. $80 for 3 punk-ass bags. So much love to all my good people out there that's making it happen, because I don't know what these people talking about when they say inflation is getting better. That's a damn lie.
This is how crazy coffee prices have gotten recently. Look at this. Right now it's $8.59, but look like what it used to be. It was $7.69, but wait. Before that, $3.79.
Go into any grocery store right now, and you'll see it. People walking around with calculators, scanning prices, putting things back on shelves. You see parents arguing in the aisles because they can't afford everything in the cart. Restaurants, half empty in cities where they used to be packed. Families aren't being cheap. They're making survival decisions. You've got people cutting out eating out completely, canceling subscriptions, rationing what they buy. And still, somehow, it's not enough. The grocery store isn't just where we shop anymore. It's where you can literally see the economy breaking people down in real time.
I just got back from Walmart. I feel robbed, okay? I think I just have too much pride to go to the register and put stuff back. My fault, my bad. But I just spent $52 and let me tell you what I got. Necessities, mind you. Tampons, toothpaste, floss, mouthwash, and deodorant. $52. Are you cool?
How are people surviving right now? I just took my family to the Cheesecake Factory, okay? That's not a fancy restaurant. It's a decent restaurant. It's not something you're gonna make reservations at. 2 adults, 4 kids, all ordering off the kids menu with a tip $140. $140, which is averaging out to well over $20 per person when you're taking kids to go out to eat. I mean, we're blessed, and I'm happy we're blessed. I'm happy that we're able to afford that. I don't want to spend that much, and I don't want to have to afford that at that level. I just don't know how the average American family is getting by right now. I know the data says that the majority of people are not getting by. The majority of people are living paycheck to paycheck, and credit cards are maxed out. But when something like the Cheesecake Factory, something so simple, costs $140 for a family of 6, it just kind of seems insane. I don't know if we can ever go back to the level that we were at, but I don't know. What do you guys think? What is that normal? Do you think that that's just normal life, and that's what the Cheesecake Factory should cost and normal restaurants should cost? Let me know.
So no, this isn't normal. It's not normal that a grocery trip feels like robbery. It's not normal that rent eats half your paycheck. It's not normal that a 2-income household still can't breathe financially. People have been conditioned to think struggle is a sign of laziness, when really, it's a symptom of a broken system. We're told to grind harder, but at some point, you have to ask, why are we grinding just to survive? This isn't about entitlement, this is about fairness. It's about working full-time and still being able to live, not just exist. This cost of living crisis isn't going away anytime soon. And unless something changes, more families are going to break under the pressure. But here's the thing, people are waking up. They're tired of pretending everything's fine. They're tired of hearing that things are better than ever, while their bank accounts tell a different story. This isn't about politics anymore, it's about survival. And maybe, just maybe, it's time for those in power to remember what that feels like. Because at the end of the day, people don't want handouts. They just want a fair shot at living without feeling like the system is designed for them to fail. So yeah, $400 a week for essentials might sound like a lot to some people, but for millions of Americans, it's just another reminder of how expensive surviving has become. If you made it this far, you already know. This isn't just about numbers, it's about people. So tell me in the comments, what part of this crisis hits you the hardest right now? Is it groceries, rent, gas, or just trying to stay sane? Because until we start speaking up about it, nothing's gonna change. Don't forget to hit like if you relate, subscribe for more breakdowns like this, and I'll see you in the next one.